Hello. So for this video, I want to talk about what it means to have the sun in the eighth house, and that's actually my natal placement for my sun. So people who have their sun in the eighth house are very, very in tune to the unconscious underpinnings of life. It can make someone quite scorpionic in their character, and they have a deep desire and very strong will, deep desire to get to the bottom of things, right? It also makes sex very powerful, and it can even become a mystical experience. So for people who have the sun in the eighth house, they transformation, death, and rebirth is a huge part of their life. So the sun is the ego. So these people tend to go through many ego deaths, and I don't mean that like in the most spiritual. I mean that just like in the sense that maybe like I can speak from my own experience. Like the person I was 5 years ago is a completely different person than I am now. I know that's a lot. That's similar for a lot of people, but it's almost like unrecognizable how different I am, and it's almost like I've died and been reborn many times in my life, and that's common for the sun in the eighth house. So they're also, I mentioned, really into the underpinnings, the unconscious, but also studies of death and rebirth, studies of the esoteric arts like astrology. It can make someone quite introverted and really, really like trying to figure out the deepest parts of their own unconscious, right? So people with this placement, it's interesting fact, some of them actually achieve fame and success after death. That's something that's like been historically shown. And also the eighth house has to do with inheritances and other people's money. So it can be a good indicator of inheritance or getting, the son is often the father, so large amounts of wealth coming after the death of the father. Aside from that, these people are typically very magnetic and seductive. They have this kind of, like I said, scorpionic energy, this kind of quiet confidence, this intensity that you can kind of feel when an eighth house sun person is there. Like, it's very, very intelligent. Like, because Scorpio is very intelligent, it makes them very sensitive. So they're the people that, like, they're not missing things. They're very observant. They have a natural lie detector. Anyways, yeah. So, and the eighth house really is the open gate to the other realms. And, so this placement can actually grant someone psychic abilities, a very, very strong intuition, literally just being able to read people by just looking through their eyes. And that's something a lot of the eighth house sun people can have. Aside from that, it can make someone cynical and suspicious just because of the nature of understanding your own shadow so deeply. These people often can project that out and start to almost expect that other people, they can almost like expect the worst in others because they understand their own shadow so much that they're like, wow, like if I'm capable of this, if I'm capable of having these thoughts, if I'm capable of really being this dark, then this person is probably about to do something that dark to me, for example, right? Also, the eighth house rules taboos, so it can make someone who is in line and interested in different types of sexual taboos, but also just taboos in terms of like spirituality and just learning things that a lot of people are either afraid of learning or can't see the value in learning because they think it would be false because they have such scientific minds. So yeah, it's just this deep urge to dive deep into the mysteries of life. So besides that, yeah. Oh yeah, the last thing I'll say is that like these people are not people for small talk. Because they're so interested in the deeper meaning of life, small talk and the little common experiences of everyday life don't really appeal to them. It also attracts a lot of supernatural experiences that end up transforming them. So a lot of people like this have very, very deep spiritual experiences that end up switching their level of consciousness and leading to this transformation of the ego and this death and rebirth. Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate a subscribe. If you subscribe to my channel, I'm going to continue to make videos for a very long time, and the next one is going to be the sun in the ninth house. Thank you.